Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we're going to look how we can format text in Microsoft Word 2019. The skill we're going to get here, you can use it to apply it in the other version of Microsoft Office. So to start with, I have a sample text values. I have sample ones which are here. They're around 8. So we're going to have 8 formatting skills or 8 formatting techniques that we can use in Microsoft Word. So to start with, number one, we want to see how we can change the font of any character or any word in Microsoft Word. So we're going to be using one of the tabs in the report that is to do with the Home tab. When you click on the Home tab, you get a group of tools. Each of these tools represent a certain command. So, for example, we are going to emphasize must on the font group. The font group has several tools such as the font name, the font size, bold, italic, underline, the colors, and so on. So, if you want to change the font name, the name of the font, I'm going to highlight this sentence, and then from there, I'll go direct to the font group in the Home tab, and then I select the name of the font. Selecting the name of the font, you get the list of fonts available. I have many of them. So you can hover on top of each and then you can see how they change your highlighted text or values. So for example, if I select this one, you can see how it changes the other one. We have many of them. Maybe if I select that, and now this is how the font name will have to appear. So this is what we call the font or the font name. What about the bold? Bolding any value or any character or any word in Microsoft Word makes it strong. So bold is to use bold. It is represented with a symbol which is B. That is bold. You can also use the keyboard shortcut by pressing Ctrl and then B. So first and foremost, you have to highlight the paragraph. After highlighting the paragraph, then you can say Control B from the keyboard. It will have to bold the characters, or you could say Control B again to bring it back to its original. And then you can also use B. Can click, go to the font font group and select B. It will also bold the paragraph. What about underline? Underlining a word is something very important, especially we use this to underline headings in different documents. So you have to highlight what you want to underline, then you go to the font, you'll see underline. When you click on that arrow, we have different types of underline available. So I would encourage you to use the first one or use the thick underline. This one will help you to underline any kind of word you want to use to underline in Microsoft Word. What about italic? Italic, this one will change the paragraph into slanting, like the word will be in a uh, slanting way. So here you have to highlight the paragraph, then you can go to I in the font group, click on I for italic, and then that one it will italicize your text like italic putting the word into slanting. As you can see, they are in a slanting way. You can try to zoom. You can now see what I'm talking about. All these texts have been put into a slanting or into italic format. Number 5, I want to show you how we can change the color of the certain word or font color. So we have to highlight this paragraph. Then you see an A. By default, it is A with a red, but you can also put another color. So you click on that arrow to get the theme color or more colors. You can get a spectrum of all the colors available. You can choose which color you want, or if you have the color code, you can go to the custom and then select the code by typing the code you want here, or you can put the color name, because all these colors have the name which are also represented in numbers. You can come here, you type the name of the color in this box, and then it will have to affect. For example, if I put say F C D I and I press OK, saying it's not a valid. But if I select this, you see the color is the 88DEA5. That's the name of the color. And when I press OK, now it's going to change the color of that paragraph. You can also pick from the variable colors, like maybe you can change that, you can use red. So all that is how we can change any word, anything in Microsoft Word to a desired color. What about the size? Changing the size or increasing the size or decreasing the size helps you to organize your work so that they fit on a portion that you have assigned it to. So, for example, I have this paragraph. To increase the size of this, I go to the font group, and then you see we have two A's. We have the one which have an arrow pointing up, then you have the A which have arrow pointing down. So when I select the one with arrow pointing up, this one will increase the size. To increase the size, so by default, maybe if I decide to use size 28, this is how it will look like. So this one will increase the size. Whereas if I want to reduce the size, I will click on that one, the one which has arrow showing down, and then it will go to up to 1. So you see there, you cannot go to 0. It starts with 1, that's the minimum. And you can see it is something very small. But if I want to increase, then you can use the other one to increase the size, the font size. So that's how we can do that. What about highlighting? Number 7, we're going to see how we can highlight the font, word font with a certain color. So I will first highlight the paragraph, then I will go and use this text highlight color. I'll click on that, and then I can choose the color I want to use for highlighting. By selecting that color, now you can see the initial color or the original color, which is black, remains, whereas in the background I have a yellow color, which is highlighting the words. Changing the casing, we have around 5 casing. We have the sentence case, we have toggle case, we have uppercase, we have lowercase, and we are going to see how we can do that. So we first highlight the paragraph, then go to the font tab, the font group, and select the casing. We have capital A and small a. That is change case. So click on that arrow. Then you see the first one is sentence case, which is always by default. Whenever you are writing a paragraph, it is always in sentence case, where the first character of a word that starts a paragraph will be in the capital letters, while others will be in small letters, unless if you have a special word like Microsoft, it is a keyword or a special word in the software. That's why by default the first character will turn into a capital letter. Well, but you can also change this to lowercase. Lowercase will turn each and every word into a lowercase, like into a small uh, lower casing, like into the small, not in capital letters but into lower case. Then when I decide to use uppercase, now uppercase will return each and every character in the paragraph to upper to capital letters. Hmm. This all these are now changed to capital letters. Whereas if I decide to use capitalize each word, it means each and every word will start with a capital letter, whereas others will be in smaller letters. So as you see, I told you, so we have small letters and capital letters. So each and every word will start with a capital letter, whereas the following characters will be in small letters. That is if we decide to use capitalize each word. Whereas the last one is what we call toggle case. The toggle case will pick each and every character that start with a word, put it in a small letter, or lower case, and then the rest of the characters that follows will be in capital letters. As you can see, this is the sample text form. So as you see, each and every word here starts with small letters. And then you see this underline down, which I read. They're trying to show that the spelling is not recognized by Microsoft. But you can decide to click on that, and then you can choose the right spelling, but the right spelling is not what we want because we are using the toggle case. So you still have to go back and change, and then to toggle case, and maybe you can add this to I think you have to add to ignore that. So when you ignore that one, it will you have to go and select ignore, and then that or you can add to a dictionary. When you add this to a Microsoft Word dictionary, it means anytime you type the same word, the dictionary will recognize it and will not bring any spelling problem. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for paying attention to this video. We have been learning how we can format text in Microsoft Word 2019, and we say that these techniques that you've just seen here, you can use them to apply them to other version of Microsoft Office. And having the skill on how to do this will give you the power, especially when you are making any kind of document in Microsoft Word. So for now, we're going to stop here, but remember to share this video and also like. That will give us morale to make more videos. And also remember to go and register with our website. Right now it is free, so you have to be able to register and get many videos as they pop in. So otherwise, thank you very much. Let's catch up in the next video with more techniques on how to use Microsoft Word 2019. Thank you. See you guys.